Welcome to Health with Hashimoto's, a podcast for you if you are diagnosed with Hashimoto's, wondering if you might have thyroid problems, or you're at risk for this autoimmune issue because of genetics. Exhausted and overwhelmed, you long to feel like yourself again, but you don't know where to start. Welcome to the Exhausted Mom's Path to Whole Health. Hi, I'm Esther. I am a registered nurse, and after 17 years in emergency departments around the country, I grew fed up by the system that only looks at symptoms and slaps short-term band-aids on problems instead of helping people truly discover how to reclaim their health. I went back to school for holistic health, and I am here to help you discover your next step on your journey to whole health. Whole health is made up of body, mind, spirit, diet, and environment. Changes can be made in any of these areas to help you create better health. Each episode of this podcast will provide simple and true tips so that you could take action immediately. Let's dive into today's topic. There are many symptoms of Hashimoto's thyroiditis, but the number one complaint of people who have hypothyroid function or their thyroid is not acting correctly is fatigue. In my last episode, I answered one question about genetics and Hashimoto's. In today's episode, I'm answering another question that I actually got within 24 hours of the other question. And she said, basically, I'm tired all the time. Do I need to get checked for Hashimoto's? It's a good question because, as we know, the number one complaint of people with hypothyroid is fatigue. So perhaps you also are tired all the time and you are listening to this episode wondering, do I have Hashimoto's? Do I need to go get testing? Do I need medication? They're all really good questions to ask. But before you ask those questions, I have 3 questions for you to ponder and answer before moving forward. Question number 1 that you need to ask yourself, what do I already know? There's a lot of things that can cause fatigue and feeling tired. So ask yourself, what do I already know is causing my fatigue? Am I sleeping? Am I going to bed on time? Am I getting enough hours of sleep? Am I on blue lights before bed? If you're looking at your phone or if you have a TV or a computer in your bedroom, it's exposing you to blue light, which blocks the melatonin production. Melatonin is needed for healthy sleep. So there's one answer right there. You can ask yourself, what do I already know? What's my stress level? When you're very stressed, you get tired. It drains your battery. You can ask yourself, how am I eating? That's already something that you know. If you know that you're eating a lot of processed foods, if you know that your blood sugar is all over the place, even if you're not diabetic, you can go back and listen to the episode where I talk about your blood sugar and how that relates to your thyroid and Hashimoto's. So if you know that your blood sugar is all over the place, maybe that's why you're fatigued and you need to start eating better. Maybe you need to increase your vegetables and decrease your processed foods. Or maybe you know that your house is completely cluttered and that leads to overwhelm and feeling shut down. There is a huge link between household clutter and stuff and anxiety, depression, and fatigue. So those are some things that you can start out with. So number 1, your question is, what do I already know? Why do you think you're tired? What do you already know? The second question you can ask yourself is, what do I need to know? Do you need to know your labs? Do you have a family history of Hashimoto's? Do you have a family history of thyroid problems? Do you have a family history of anything? You might want to go get checked. Do you need lab work? Has it been a while since you saw your doctor? Do you need medications? These are some things that you might need to know. And of course, if you need to know some of those things, you're going to need to get another person on your team. Like I talked about in several different episodes, you are the CEO of your own health. You make the decisions. But as the CEO, you ask other people to join your team, your board of directors, if you want to say. A doctor or a practitioner is a key player on your team, and they can help you move forward on your path to health. A diagnosis can be very helpful. Getting medication when you need medication can be very helpful. So that's question number 2. What do I need to know? And then question number 3, what can I do today to start on my journey forward? What can I do today? There's probably going to be something that you can do today. And that answer will come from question number 1 and question number 2. What can I do today? Do I need to set a bedtime alarm? For years and years, I had a bedtime alarm on my phone and I usually snoozed it. I don't like to go to bed on time. So I set an alarm to tell me it's time to start shutting down work. It's time to start closing up for the night, starting my bedtime routine, and that would help me get to bed at a decent hour. Maybe you need to do that to help yourself with sleep. Maybe to help yourself with sleep, you need to get some amber-colored blue blocker glasses. Maybe for better sleep, you need to get the TV out of your bedroom. Maybe you need to get some restrictions on your phone. There's a lot of things that you can do, but only you know what's going to make the biggest impact. And that is one thing we will uncover together if you schedule a Hashimoto's health session with me. Go over to healthwithhashimotos.com, click the green Get Started button up in the corner, and book your appointment so that we can uncover this together. In our session together, we'll come up with your kickstart plan to growing in your health, even with Hashimoto's, or maybe you don't know. It's okay. We will work together to figure out what's your next step, because the next step is important. If you answered question number 2 with something about you need a diagnosis, you know your family history, or there's a lot of unexplained fatigue, then that's a great time to call your doctor. If you have, hopefully you have a doctor already. If not, that's okay. I'm sure there's a lot of doctors in your area. I do get questions about functional medicine and integrative medicine and looking for a good practitioner. A lot of people bring up the cost factor because it's true. A lot of integrative doctors and a lot of functional medicine doctors they require out-of-pocket payments, or you can often use your HSA or your FSA account if you have one of those, whereas a traditional doctor will take your insurance. Now, in my opinion, a lot of the problems in our healthcare industry stem from insurance. I do not like to pay out of pocket. However, I understand when a doctor decides to make their own rules for how they're going to take care of their patients, how many patients they're going to see in an hour, how much time they're going to spend with them, how much they're going to listen, what they're going to do as far as treatment. When a doctor decides that they want to take that into their own control instead of having the insurance company dictate that to them, well, then they have to make some changes. So I totally understand why some doctors do not take insurance. Now, I'm not an expert in this, but I believe you can always take your bill from your functional medicine doctor, your integrative medicine doctor, and submit it to insurance, and they might cover it. But the payment is a little different. But then again, the treatment and the care they give is also a little different. If you're going to go to a traditional clinic, you have your choice between nurse practitioners and physicians and DOs, which they're more holistic than an MD, but they're still considered a doctor. There's a lot of different people you can see, as well as chiropractors. There's so many people you can recruit for your team. So if in answering question number 2, you realized that you need more information about what's going on in your body, then now is the time to call and make an appointment. Or it's time to hop on the internet and find out who's available in your area and then make the appointment. Whatever you answered for questions number 1, 2, and 3, make it simple. The answer for number 3 has to be simple. Question number 3, again, was what can I do today to start on my journey forward? It has to be simple. If you make it too big and overwhelming, the chances that you are going to not do it get bigger. So make the answer to number 3, what can I do today? Make that simple. I'm going to add one more vegetable tonight. I am going to set a bedtime alarm. I am going to make an appointment with a doctor, or I am going to look for doctors. Just one simple thing. I would love to know, what is it that you're going to pick? Head over to Instagram and send me a message and let me know, what are you going to do? What is your question number 3 answer? What are you going to do today to start on your journey forward? And don't forget, you can always head over to healthwithhashimotos.com and click that green Get Started button so you can book your Hashimoto's health session with me. I would encourage you to do this ASAP, because guess what? Your health does not care about the holidays. Your health does not have to wait until after Christmas or after New Year's to become a priority. There are things you can do today to start on your path to better health. Don't wait until New Year's. Christmas Day is one day. Yep, there's a lot of parties and get-togethers and whatnot before then. New Year's is one day. Don't let waiting for a perfect time derail you from taking action today. So go ahead and ask yourself the 3 questions. Number 1, what do I already know? Number 2, what do I need to know? And number 3, what can I do today to start on my journey forward? This podcast is for informational and educational purposes only. Please be sure to discuss any concerns and plans with your trusted healthcare professional.